my take on the Sarah Sjöström 50 meter freestyle time of 23.66 seconds from 3 August 2024. I'm filming this a month later, 3 September 2024. Today is a Tuesday. I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. I'm talking through the Sarah Sjöström of Sweden 50 meter freestyle race at the 2024 Summer Olympic Games in Paris, France, where she went a time of 23.66 seconds in semifinal 2 of 2 on Saturday, 3 August 2024. With her time, she achieved an Olympic Games record time. Woo! And qualified for the final, ranking first. I provide my take/perspective on her performance and contextualize it in terms of being over 30.00 years of age at the time of the performance. Also, what is an Olympic Games record? So I watched this one on TV, a broadcast other than the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation broadcast, so it shall not be named. And she went on to win the gold medal, so I'm doing my sweet eats of the day today. It's a Reese's miniature with its gold wrapping. I have done more of the integrating food into non-like sweet eats and or savory eats video centric videos, which I think is kind of good. That's like life, you know? Sometimes I do stuff when I'm eating. I think there was a bit of, how do I do that? Eat in a video if I want to. So it's like revisiting that concept that like was something like back when YouTube came out. I was like, but what if I need to eat in a video? Like, I'm just hungry, you know? So, you know, now I'm broaching that, becoming an adult in that sense. Yes. Okay, so here's the Reese's miniature. It's got a little indent on this one this time. The Olympic Games record is a championships record, which means it's the fastest time. Oh, I should say record time. I did. Okay. Fastest time achieved at the whatever. So in this case, the Olympic Games, in that event. So it's not an everywhere, every time. It might not even be, like in this case, it wasn't a personal best time for her. She's gone faster. She's the world record holder in this event. The world record, she swam back in 2023, so it's a relatively new world record. So in that sense, or it's an event fastest time, but that might not correspond to world record. It might not correspond to personal best time or national record or anything like that. So this is one of those, it's like just an Olympic Games time, which is kind of cool from the competition perspective, because they're like, we have a time that's unique to us, right? They have a monopoly on the meaning of the time for like a best time, whereas the athlete has like a best time at the competition. For the competition, it's their monopoly kind of thing. And so she was speedy. I watched it and I made a point of being there to see it on TV live. In terms of her being over 30 years of age, 30.00 per World Aquatics / FINA. Her birth date was what, 2 weeks later, where she turned 31. So she's almost 31 and out there doing not only the best, she's done that in the Olympic Games, but the best anybody's done in the women's 50 meter freestyle at any Olympic Games, which is really good. For women, the 50 and the 100 meter freestyle are like in my lifetime. So Miss Sjöström and I were both born approximately in 1993. I'm a little bit older than her, but not substantially so. And in my lifetime, the women's 50 freestyle yards and meters and 100 freestyle yards and meters has been super competitive. And super competitive, I think Sarah Sjöström's career is actually a really great highlight of that. She has more world championships, long course meters, pool format, pool swimming, individual medals than any other human in history, male or female. And her medals are reflective of it being a competition, a competitive. She has chosen events that have been very competitive. If an event's not really competitive, it's like one person out there winning by like, you know, seconds to tens of seconds margins repeatedly, and it's like, well, that's just called exploiting whatever and using sabotage tactics to hold people down. Sarah Sjöström is an honest swimmer who has been out there competing with other people, and her medal record reflects a competitive event in arena, right? She didn't just go, I'm just going to train in this one thing and just be seconds ahead of people, which is kind of like the American way, is like kind of like to hide, so to speak. They don't really want to actually have to work for it, so it's just kind of like stiff arm the dominance thing without ever actually having to compete. And Sarah Sjöström, who's someone who's taken like the kind of polar opposite of, I'm here to work and work for what I get, not just coast. And so she really hasn't, and so this is a reminder of some people get better with age, and she's in the 30+ category like me, Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, and was at the time. And it's cool to see someone my age, approximately, both born approximately 1993, doing well. And so it's inspirational in that sense. And also to see her, right, a lot of people, you know, they might start with the gold medal and then they're like, but I don't ever want to go below a gold medal. And she's like, she's kind of all over the place. And she got a double gold medal at this past Olympic Games, which is a kind of a starting point in her career, right? So in its own way. So I thought that was very cool, and in very highly competitive events in the gold medal spot on podiums at the Olympic Games are a perfect reminder of that. It's not one person, right, repeatedly with a large winning margin, which is an indicator of a non-competitive field. So yeah, she's really excelled under pressure, I think, kind of yeah, which is not true for, like, I would say women's middle distance to distance in the pool. Swimming is non-competitive currently in individual medley and freestyle. Men's, when I was growing up in swimming, so like 1999 to 2010, I would say men's, what, 200s and 400s were non-competitive. If it's just one person doing a bunch, right, it's non-competitive. You gotta have diversity for it to be competitive. So, but not all people like to compete. Sarah Sjöström does, and she does well. So that's my take on the Sarah Sjöström 50-meter freestyle, time of 23.66 seconds from 3 August 2024.